Hi, everybody. This is Laura, and I am very sleepy tonight. So I guess it's going to be a good night, right? Because when one is sleepy, they can do better readings. Anyway, welcome to the show. Thank you, everybody, for showing up today. There is a website for the show. It is called spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. And there you can find a myriad of resources, one of which is watching a live video feed of me in front of a camera, which is not very exciting, but some people are more visual and do like to watch things. And as well, you never know when I'm going to put a face on. So that's at spiritmediumtv.com. You can watch a live video of the show. As well, you can make a donation to jump to the top of the queue. We call that the 8 no wait. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. That is at spiritmediumtv.com. We do have one donation tonight from Christina M., who I do not see yet in the queue, but I'm sure she will be showing up. If you make a donation and I don't see it right away, there she is, she just showed up. If I don't see it during the show because I'm doing readings and I don't see everything that comes in, I will get to you right after the show. So not to worry if you do make a donation. Okay, so what else do we have going on? Oh yeah, a couple of other things on spiritmediumtv.com besides watching the show live and besides making a donation that jumps you to the top of the queue. As well, you can get the free for me. And that's when you book a private session at booklaura.com, or you can just go to spiritmediumtv.com. You'll see where it says book session there. That is a page on my website. The main menu of my website says book session, or you can go directly to book Laura, LAURA.com. And when you book your time, if you place radio show key in the event code field, you will obtain a third more time free. So let me review that. Go to booklaura.com. And when you book your appointment, you'll get the free for me by using radio show key in the event code field when you're booking your time. It's actually when you're making your payment. And what that really comes down to is a 25% discount. It's actually a third more time free, which is a 25% discount. So if you pay for 30 minutes, you'll get 10 more minutes free for the same price. So that's the free for me. You get that at spiritmediumtv.com. And now, as I usually do, I'm going to have a little focus subject. Then we're going to do a prayer, meditation, and energy connection. And then I will go to the phone lines. We have a couple of other side connections that are requested, and we have a life reading. We have other people waiting. Let's see what we have when I'm done with this this focus subject. So tonight's focus subject is how you create your reality. How you create your reality. Duh! Isn't that horrible? We're creating our own reality. Or isn't that wonderful? We're creating our own reality. On one hand, it might seem like, how did I get myself in this mess? I don't remember making any choices to create my own reality. How did all this crap happen to me, right? But we are used to sort of going along with group consciousness, which is fairly negative in this particular vibration of duality and polarity. This is the earth vibration. And when I say duality, I mean that whatever you think you want is, you don't see it in yourself. You don't see it as having it. You always see it outside yourself. That's what it is on earth. As soon as we're born, we become separate from each other, separate from what we want, separate from God or the higher planes of existence, separate from abundance, or we follow that illusion of being separate from everything. So our whole point of being on earth, our soul's choice to be here, is to learn how to unify, not to be separate, how to create our reality. That's our whole point of being here. So if you're in any kind of problem or any kind of trouble, it would do you well to first understand this point. If you are constantly out of work or constantly trying to find love or constantly recreating the same drama in your life, goodness knows it's because you haven't taken inventory of your thinking and taken steps to manage that. And in this particular article called How You Create Your Reality, there is a channel portion of it which talks about how to create your reality. It's fairly easy, guys. But do you do it? No, of course not. Did I do it? No, of course not. Well, I'm doing it more and more these days because as I'm focusing in and delving into these subjects as spirit is directing me to do, I am learning a lot myself, and I am realizing, well, oh, okay, I'm not doing that. I need to do that. So one thing this particular article talks about in the channel portion is there's 4 steps to create your reality. The first one is to listen to what you really want. Listen to your heart. You know, you could spend time every day writing it down. This is what I really want. And as you start to write it, you might discover, well, gosh, maybe I don't really want that. I want this. But the beginning step is to listen to what you think you want and then refine that every day, sort of taking a journey into yourself, if you will. And then becoming silent about that, sort of passive about it, and just hearing what you want starts a spiritual creation process. And you need to become still at that point, not active, but still, because the circumstances that you've just seeded by focusing in on what you want start to come into you. They only come to you so long as you continue to focus on what you want without trying to control things. Controlling things means you're fearful. It means you don't believe it can come to you. It means you feel very insecure and you're trying to force it to happen. So first step is, again, listen to what you want, listen to your heart. Second step is allow the right circumstances to flow to you. Third step is don't try to control, don't try to make it happen, because you could get in your own way. You can get in the universe's way, if you will. The fourth step is to open to experiences as they come along, engage in your life. Go out, have fun, do things. Maybe you feel to do something, go ahead and do it. But become open and engage in your life. And also, another step, the fifth step, is to open your heart to change. Who would ever thunk, right? Sometimes we get this whole process going. We're focusing in on what we want. We're allowing things to happen to meet us. We don't control. We're just allowing. We're engaging in life. So we're engaging in this magical flow that we've created. And then things start to come to us and we get frightened and we don't want to have any change. That's another potential thing to look for. Open to change, open to good things coming in, and go with the flow of what is coming in. And then allow your life, this is an interesting one, allow your life to live itself. Wow, what a concept. Because once you do this, once you focus on what you want and you allow the right circumstances to meet you and you don't try to control anything and you engage in living your life and open to change, things will start to unfold. Your life will start to live itself. So it's a little different than you trying to manage everything yourself and make everything happen. This is management. Part of this is you listening to what you really want and daydreaming, focusing on it every day, maybe 10, 15 minutes a day. And this puts a wonderful creative process in play, which I would like to call divine flow. Divine flow allows you to move from not having to having, okay? From duality of I want, I don't have anything, to unification with what you want. It puts you in this state of divine being. It raises your vibration. So that is all focused in this article. All of that material is in this article called How to Create Your Reality. You can find it at a future point in time by going to spiritmediumtv.com or spiritmediumlaura.com. They're all pages on my website. And there's a little hourglass, there's a little magnifying glass at the top of the website page. You click on that and put in there how you create your reality. And then just press enter, you'll be taken to this article. Okay, so let's now do our little prayer, energy connection, and get started on the phone lines. I think I forgot to do that last week. Who knows? I think I did though. Okay, so everybody listening, if you would please sit back in your respective locations, uncross your arms and legs, and start to breathe from your abdomen, breathing in deeply and relaxing and releasing any and all tension on your exhale. Breathing in again deeply and relaxing, letting go. If you want a life reading, focus in on those issues you have today about your own life, healing, things you want, whatever it is, and ask Spirit to help you. And if you would like an other side connection, please call in your loved ones from the spirit realm. And if you're wanting a medical mediumship session, then focus in on those issues. So the point is focus, right? Focus on what you want today. Calling in your loved ones, focusing on your issues, and getting ready for the phone lines. While you do that, I will go off and invoke the master prayer. I'll be back in a second. And now, on your next exhale of breath, if you would please release your energy out, we will all make a psychic connection. One moment, please. Okay, wonderful. So I'm going to go to the first person who's made a donation, and that would be Christina. Right? Christina. And she's at 828. Christina, is that you? Hi, how are you? How are you doing? I'm great, honey. Thank you so much. And thank you for all the comments you send me on email. At times, I really appreciate that. Um, yeah. And anybody else, if you want to receive email, just go to spiritmediumtv.com and you can join our mailing list there. You'll be notified of the show. And also, you'll get wonderful, um, hopefully, you consider them interesting articles. Anyway, let's go. Yeah, they're different. I'll tell you that. Okay, so you want to know about your life path and if you are on the right path. What's coming next for you? So let me go to that. You want to add anything in there, Christina, to the question? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right, let me just see here. Career path. You have a son, honey? Do you have a son? Oh, interesting. Because they feel a male energy about you, feels younger. Also could be a pet. Sometimes pets come in that way. Okay, could be, yeah, could be your dog. You have it, living or deceased, but I just have a sense of a male to you, and quite often it feels junior in energy. In other words, younger than you, and someone that you would be mothering or taking care of. So it could be your dog as well. You don't have a child. If you don't have a human child, you have a fur baby. Okay, you have a fur baby. All right, all right. Well, that's important to you. It's important to you. Hold on, let me just go to your what is Christina's path? Is she on? If I'm going to start with the question, is she on her path? Yes or no? I'm going to be silent for a moment. Hold on. Yes, you are on. You are on your path, and you're getting started now. You are a very creative thinker. You don't let anything hold you back. There are a few things that could hold you back. I'm assuming some of that would be physical. We'll talk about that in a moment. However, you are moving forward, and you're very good. You're very good in the steps that you're taking right now. You're actually quite creative. They said you're a creative genius, and this allows you, yeah, to overcome obstacles as they come up. You don't allow yourself to get deterred. You're extremely inventive and resourceful, and you're always coming up with new ways to approach living on a day-to-day basis and your life, regardless of what falls in your path that seems or possibly could be an obstacle. But they're not obstacles. Yeah, but they're not obstacles. As they're saying, they're really just opportunities for growth, and perhaps you're seeing it that way, but opportunities for growth, opportunities for being resourceful. And as you stretch yourself to develop these techniques for coping, if you will, they become new things that you can teach others, if you will. And that is what you're doing now. Very, very good at this. I also see writing in that, or teaching in that, and that you're getting started. Now, I'm not sure what your illness is, but I have a sense of it being a mobility issue. So I don't know if it's literally you getting around, or it isn't mobility. And that is what's holding you back mostly. However, as we already mentioned, you're quite creative in the way you're approaching things and very, very resourceful. Now, I want to ask Spirit something silently. I'll be back in a moment. It's not getting any worse. They're telling me your physical debilitation is not degrading. Would you understand that, please? Okay, good. Because I didn't know. I mean, it could be many things that have a progressive aspect to them. But they're saying it won't get any worse. You're actually healing quite well from whatever disaster that you had, physical disaster you had that took your life by storm. You will overcome this physical debilitation over time. However, you won't ever be 100% what you were before, but you will be quite able to get around. You will get a lot of your functionality back. I don't know if you were interested in hearing that or not, but that is your message. Would you understand? Oh, you know all that. Okay. Yeah. Wonderful. So, all right, you know it then. Good. So then that's a nice confirming message then, to let you know you truly are in connection with your guides right now, and they're helping you on your path. There's a lot of healing that must happen within yourself on a spiritual, emotional, practical level before you will be completely ready to launch the program that you have created. There's tweaking and tuning needed still, so the magic of your majesty will be, I'll explain those words in a moment. The magic of your majesty will be unfolded. Now, you can't unfold the magic of your majesty, meaning your work, your creative endeavor. You cannot unfold it right now. You're still embedding yourself in the process. You're still creating it. But soon it will unfold. And Spirit wants you to know not to worry about completion to begin the unfolding. And I get a strong feeling of teaching behind this. Would you be interested? Okay. Now, so you'll be teaching then. Okay, so you're in agreement with that, and that will allow you to begin the process of unfolding the value of what you have to others. After a while, you will get to more advanced material, but for now, you start with what you know. And that's it. Don't wait, is what they're saying. What were you going to say? Wonderful. Let's. Oh, wonderful. So let's just. So and so don't wait for anything more. There'll be tweaking later on, but you can go right ahead now. That's what you need to hear at the moment. Um, yeah. So don't wait anymore. You have enough material to begin the work now, to begin the teaching now. Hold on one second. More is. Yeah, hold on, honey. You have homework assignments to give people, and so they want you to like exercises. You know, you give that when you're teaching, you're giving people exercises, right? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So that's how you do it. Yeah. In other words, don't feel that you have to be perfect to begin the teaching, because what you're doing is you're giving them exercises. Even you could give them a homework assignment, but you're also in their teaching environment. You're giving them exercise. So basically, that's the thing that works in your favor. That's your work, is to be facilitating. And all you need to, right? All you need is the homework. And when they say the word homework, they also mean in the classroom work. With the right exercises, yeah, with the right exercises, your work unfolds for you. More and more will come out of you as you help others to unveil or roll out their own inner selves. And so There it is. You don't need to worry anymore. Do you have any questions about that? Well, oh, you mean from the guides? They mean no hesitation is needed. You don't, yeah, you don't need to question it because quite often, right? But the thing that in your case and many people's cases, but in particularly your cases, you're you're kind of thinking, well, I have to be at a certain place before I can run, right, run a class. But your value, correct? But your value is not necessarily in you being perfect. Your value is creating the exercises and facilitating them. See? So you don't need to wait anymore. You need to start. Let me just see where you are at in that respect of doing the classes. You will get students. They will be closer to you in the home, closer to you physically than before. They'll be nearer to where you live than before. There'll be a tighter range geographically than before. That was one of the problems you had before, is that you were reaching out too far and it didn't really work very well. For some reason, or there'll be people coming to your location for this kind of classroom situation. Now, I thought it might have been, yeah, I thought it might have been online, but they're telling me local will work for you very well. There will be a reach out program in your area that you will be conducting via email or mail. They're saying mail. You know how to get you know how to get people, so you know what to do, and that you should try to just seek people that are closer to you physically, geographically. Over time, you can extend that to more of a virtual presence via the internet or something like that. But it is important to try to get people locally first because there's a demand for that. There's not a lot of people in your area that would be doing what you're doing. So there is a demand for that. What do you mean by that, honey? Now, you're living in Central Florida. Where are you right now, honey? Is that a little north of Orlando, love? North of it? Okay, so there's not a lot of people around you that do this work. Now, but I'm just wondering what they had in mind, but they're telling me that you need to go local. You need to attempt to work through. There's some kind of spiritual organization close to you. It reminds me of a spiritualist church, but not fully fleshed out as a spiritualist church. But it's a spiritual mecca. You know what I'm talking about? And it feels like, okay, because it makes sense. What I'm seeing is it's not quite a spiritualist organization. It's semi or quasi, if you will, right? And it's not fully developed. But there's a way for you to get clients through that. There's a way for you to get clients through that, yeah, for the class. So it may mean that she wants to reach out and have people teach uh, within her organization. So I want, yeah, because she might need somebody to help. But anyway, I'm getting local. I'm getting a quasi spiritualist organization. It's not fully fleshed, fully developed. And I get a feeling that because it's not fully developed, that there's an opportunity for you there. So at the very least, yeah, at the very least, give this woman a call or set up a meeting, see if there's any opportunity or, and all, hold on. Oh, get started with your homework also. You have something you have to do with yourself, they're saying that you need to get started with. that you've been postponing and putting off. It has to do with your own health. It has to do with exercise and or physical therapy. You can't ignore that. Yeah, you need to do that right now. Don't stop that because everything hinges on that, your recovery. Yeah, and we get sidetracked, so don't do that. But let me just go back to this this person or this quasi organization, and let me just double check, and then I will release you to the next person in line here. Let me just see some. Is this the right person? Give me her initials, please, or the initials of the location or something. Give me a coordinate. That's fine. That's fine. Door. No, 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 no. Just relax. Let me just. I just need a vibrational to go to vibration. Hold on. Oh, Dora. Okay. Is this the right one, please, Spirit? Yes or no? Yeah, she would help you because what I get is that she's wanting to do more with her work and she doesn't really, it's like a collaborative thing. She doesn't really know how. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think you'd be helping her in a way so that both of you could work on something together and try to get going there. And I do feel, yeah, I do feel the big, I mean, not blockbuster, huge numbers of people, but yeah, like, maybe 4 to 10 people, maybe sometimes 3 to 4 people, but, to have a regular development group that can get you going. Then after that, you can make more material, you get like a system in place, and then you can do it maybe online or in other ways as well. Okay, my dear? All right. Thank you, Christina. You have a beautiful, blessed evening. Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, let me just check to see if anybody did make a donation in the interim. Oh, we do have a donation. We have one from Oksana. And I think that's the only one we have. Today, I did get it, Oksana, during the show. Isn't that wonderful? Hold on, let me go to her because I always get hers after the show's over. There she is. Is that you, Oksana? Hi, honey. Hi. Oh, well, thank you, love. All right. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. Go ahead. Oh, thank you, love. Right. Yeah. Oh, well, Well, okay, I have to say, as I always say, we create our reality. You create your reality. Oh, how horrible to hear that, right? Uh, so if you would please take time to look at that article and follow the steps in it, it will get a process started for you. And that's the first part of the answer. Now, I know you want me to give you, life things, and I'm going to talk about your life in a moment, but I also have to remind you that you have to be engaged somehow. In other words, you're not passive in this process. You are a creator, just like God. You're part of God, and you have part of this to do, right? So let's now go to you in your life. Sana 619. You're in California, you told me. Hold on. You're very beautiful, Spirit is saying, extremely gorgeous. All right. Well, all right. Well, no, just you're misunderstanding what I just said. I said to follow the process of you create your reality, which is not run out and try to find somebody. That's not the process. I'm glad we're saying this because it's good review. The process is spend time each day almost daydreaming about what you want without concern for bringing it in. That's the process. So take a look at that article and see what it is, but it's a wonderful process because what we focus on, we create. I'm not talking about running out nervous to try to make something happen, because what you'd be focusing on then is, oh, I don't have love. I have to make it happen. No, I want you to focus in on a daydream or maybe journaling about love and just thinking about it, journaling on it. Now, the second part of it is I just said to you, Spirit says you're very beautiful physically. Of course, you're beautiful inside too, but that helps a lot in you attracting. Now, let me continue and see if I can give you a succinct conclusion here. You don't need to do anything. Okay, you just need to relax into the process as we've stated. You need to refine, again, what you're looking for, thinking about it on a daily basis and following your intuition of right place, right time, allowing yourself to take care of yourself as best you can in a loving way. One of the things is, self-care, like hair, nails, all that, skincare, all that stuff is good for you and helps put you in the framework of being in the right place at the right time. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to say where you need to go because I think it's a very open thing. Let me see if they'll tell me. You just need to relax. You will find somebody. You need to believe that you will. So part of the asking of the question here by you to me is that Spirit would tell you it's coming to you so you can relax. You see, you'll believe it will happen. And so we want to say to you as your guides that you're a very loving person. You're a very beautiful person inside and out. And it's only a matter of time before this beautiful Sir Lancelot, if you will, does come into your life. And I am seeing the end towards the end of January or even sooner, just relaxing, living your life, and engaging in a lot of loving self care, particularly in the area of hairstyles, skincare, all that beautiful stuff, because it makes you feel good. Makes you feel good. And then you'll find that person falls into your life and into your. So the hope is I'm giving you hope. Spirit is giving you hope. Spirit is giving you ideas of what to do, but Spirit is giving you hope that towards the end of January you should be finding this new person. Okay, my dear? Does that make sense to you? Depends if it's on this subject or not, because I can't go to a whole different subject and I'd be giving you a full reading, and this is a radio show. So, what is the question? Okay, I'm going to give you a very high, that's fine. I'm going to give you a high level answer because, as I mentioned, we have to spread the wealth around tonight. What is your daughter's name? Ilana, okay. And we have, right. Hold on. Well, I do feel something could be developing there. And she needs to stop worrying about it so much. Um, and I want to see if I could see a little more about it for her. Okay, I see more springtime meeting him or being around him more locally. And I feel there's going to be a reason for that, that she would either have to go there or he'd have to come near her, but the circumstances will require that, and that would allow her to be close to him. But don't worry, she doesn't need to worry as much or because it gets in the way. Okay, energetically, it gets in the way. And that he does seem to have an interest in her. So I don't want you to cling too much to my words because the psychic could be wrong. We always need to remember that we are living our life, not a psychic. That is the message for you tonight. Okay, my dear? That's what I'm getting as a message. Again, no, I don't like to be the kind of psychic that's going to tell you what's going to happen because I'm disempowering you and your daughter if I do that. I'm trying to help you understand how you play a part in creating things. But from the psychic fortune teller, which is what I don't like to do, I'm getting spring for her and not to worry. I do see an interest there. I hope you understand that. You understand that? Oh, okay. How you create your reality. It's right now it's on the main page of my website. How you create your reality. And towards the bottom of it, it has a little process. Kind of a fun thing to do to kind of daydream. It has steps of what to do. Okay, my dear? Thank you, honey. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And it's my pleasure, honey. Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Okay, so I need to say to everybody, it's a whole new way of thinking about psychics. Um, I was raised in a psychic household. My mother was forever wanting to read my fortune. And instinctively, I knew there was something not right about that. Not right about that. I mean, wasn't I born to live my life? I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way. So I'll bring it up again. You're here on earth to live your life, to make decisions, and to engage in the creative process of creating your life, of evolving. That's what it's all about. And most fortune telling is going to be wrong anyway, because each and every moment of your life, new circumstances, new energy is coming in. So when a psychic gives you a prediction, it's for the moment there if you do what you're being told you're supposed to do, right? How that can, it's not fixed. Our reality's not fixed. We're not living in a two-dimensional world. We're living in a multi-dimensional energetic field. We're always creating. So keep that in mind and get the best of what is available to you today is to allow spirit to speak to you on a deeper level, a co-creative level. I believe there is another person here who has made a donation, and that would be April. And I need to find April in the queue. Her phone number starts with 919. 919. Let's see if we can find her. 919. There she is, April. Hello, April. I'm great, honey. How are you? Oh, okay, wonderful. So I see here that your one step in life is what your question is. And so oh, let me just, if I ask Spirit, wait a minute, I'm going to go quiet for a moment. April Cummins, April C, next step in life. You have to move forward. It seems like you're already engaged in a project that you must move forward in. And so I'm going to see if I could get what the project is. And then I'm going to come back. CC seems to have something to do with money and getting ahead. It seems to be more monetary than spiritual or emotional. But it seems like a business kind of that kind of thing. Would you understand that, April? On your end, okay, good. This is a very good thing to do for you. It is a very good project to do, and you need to have the confirmation, and that's why you're calling this evening to get that kind of a confirmation. Is it a practical idea? It is definitely creative. Is it practical, or what can be done to make it more practical and feasible so that can be done quickly, easily, without too much investment on your part, time-wise or money-wise or any otherwise, if you will? There is somebody there I see with you, but you would be the primary person pushing this forward in terms of sweat equity, if you will, putting your effort into it. I see another person in the household, seems to be a male related to you. That would be in the background, but not doing it. Let me just see what needs to be done here. Okay, it feels like a tangible good that you would have to put to manufacturing. Would you understand that, please? All right. It feels like it has something to do with families and their households. Something to do with it's tangible in the fact that it's three-dimensional, but something that creates a service for people. It helps people get things done. I don't know if it's for children or if it's house, but it gives me the feeling of being in the home and something useful in the home. But it does not seem like it's just a service. It seems like it's a product that needs to have some kind of. When I say tangible, it means it's something that's you can touch. You know what I mean? Versus just a mind concept. And this does need to get going. It needs to get going very soon. The reason that you need to get a prototype done very soon. The reason is there's a reason for this. Very important. If you don't do it now, you won't be able to do it later, because in the sphere, the energetic sphere, other people thinking the same thing. Okay, and right? Oh, you already know this. Okay, good. And the thing that you have over others is simplicity. Simplicity of concept, simplicity of design concept, simplicity of bringing to market, simplicity of functionality. And that's the thing you have going for you that the others don't have going because they don't really have the design right. You have it correct. I know this sounds odd, but that's what they're telling me to tell you. And so therefore, if you could find somebody to do a prototype very quickly, I see a male in your home. It feels like somebody like a husband or a friend or a man with. Okay. He's good at that. I think he can make the prototype for you. Uh, and then, yeah, and then you can bring it to market very quickly. And now I need to see what that means, bringing it to market. One prototype. Manufacturers, you need to get a manufacturer. You need to get a few sets out, not a whole bunch, but a few, like maybe, like a couple of dozen or something. And then you need to do a little test marketing with that and see how it goes. You can either do it locally, maybe at a farmer's market or some kind of a fair, a street fair or something. Of course, we're going into colder weather. I don't know where you live. Or you do a test market of it, and it needs to be in the face of people. And then you'll see what needs to be changed and see how they're responding to it, and then you can go for it. After you've gone for it a while, you'll see that it will be selling. You will be making money from it. Within a year to 2 years, you'll be making a lot of money from it. You don't need to worry about it. It looks like it's a very good idea. At that point, as you might already know, then you can go for more investors behind it, but you have to prove it first. You understand that, right? Yeah, well, it's not going to be slow, believe me, believe it or not. It's going to go pretty quickly, but you have to kind of prove the concept before you go for what they call it, cash investors, or, like on that show on TV, see, right, where they show something, but you already have to prove it before anybody wants to invest in it, right? So anyway, yeah, so you're being encouraged to do this. Now, if there's anything else to know about related to this, or did I get the question right? Because you didn't actually ask a question. Let- oh, okay. Well, I don't know why they're yeah, they're telling me there's a tangible product to go with this. So, and I also get a very strong, I get a very, let me just finish the statement, then you can tell me what that O is. I get a very, 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 very strong feeling you're not to talk to anyone about it. It should be your own thing. So, okay, because they would take your idea and steal it, or they would talk negative about it and not move forward, and you've got too many people involved. But I do feel it's, you understand that? Okay, I do feel it's a tangible product, something physical. Now, you went, like as if you thought of something. Did you? Did you think of, did you had, oh, as if you thought of something. Were you thinking of something? Oh, well, you see, yeah. Now, listen very, very carefully. You have come, you have come up with a way to make decorating events very simple. It's your idea, and it's like that's the key to everything. Now, follow this through for a moment. You started to do it. I know it's going to be a little hard to get away from the other people you've already spoken about, but we'll talk about that in a moment. But you have already, let's say that you do get this thing going, it can become a franchise because it will have specific methodology associated with it. You have a turnkey kind of thing here. You said you can reuse it. I forgot what you said, but you said something about that. So that's the tangible, and that's the key, and that's different than everybody else. Simple. Remember, I said simple before. It's simpler than anybody else doing this, and other people do it. We said like other people do events, but your way of doing it makes it easier to run an event business, run an event. So that's what you're being told to do, is to move forward on it quickly, not let others get your ideas. I don't know how out of this now because your friends know about this, right? But okay, so what I'm getting is it was more your idea about that unique way of doing the decorating. Is that correct? All right. Oh, this is going to be a little. All right. Well, let me just see something. Well, there's a, okay, so then this is good. You can continue with the collaborative, but I want you to do something with your idea that makes it your idea patented or something. Uh, and move forward with that. Move forward that in your own way. So you can collaborate now, but you portion of this. And don't overlook its uniqueness. Don't overlook its value, because Spirit is saying there's a lot of value there. Okay? There you go, my dear. Mwah. Many blessings. Thank, thank you. You're wonderful too. Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay, that was a great, interesting one. I'll take a quick look, make sure no one else made a donation, and then we will continue. I got hers, right? Oh no, wait a minute. There's another thing here I have to look at. I had Oksana. Excuse me, everybody. Yeah, I think I got both of them. Okay, wonderful. Now let me go to the regular phone lines. I want to thank everybody for being so patient. We do have somebody waiting in line who called in very early, Kimberly, who is wanting an other side connection. Let's see what we can do for you, Kimberly. I'm opening your line right now. Can you hear me? All right, sweetie. And I want to apologize for making you wait so long. I appreciate you listening and being part of this. Thank you so much for showing up today. All right. So the first thing I get is a male to you in the realm. It feels like a father figure or somebody that has a sense of authority to you. I'm just going to move forward with that. I feel that this person holds extra weight on his body, and he also looks like he might have had issues with money, and that he looks a little bit disheveled, if you will, at the moment. He's also wearing kind of a wide brimmed hat, like a bit of a cowboy kind of country kind of hat. He looks like he's holding a fiddle as if he would have played music. His hair is a little bit on the longer white side, if you will. And as you mentioned, he's carrying extra weight. It shows in the stomach area. Would you know anyone like that, please? Okay. And this person, I have to continue with it until we get to somebody you do know. This person would have been a smoker, and also he would have had a son under him. Would you know your grandfather on the paternal side, please? All right. Would that description fit him at all, please? He was skinny, didn't have long hair, but he was more country. And did he play an instrument and smoke, please? All right. Well, we're going on a long shot here then. I don't know. Then the other side of it could be a grandpa on your mommy's side, but that would mean you'd have an uncle because there's a son under him. Would you have an uncle on your mother's side, please? And did he look at all like that? Okay, is correct. Okay, good. Then we're on. All right, that's good. When we have only have one thing wrong, we're much better. We're on to something then. I also feel he's very musical. Loves music. He might have sang a little bit with that. I'm not talking about being Pavarotti. Fun. He enjoys singing, he enjoys music, stomping his feet, a little bit country feel to him. Very nice person, very kind person. When he was younger, he was more athletic. He laughs a little bit right now. He says, "Thank you for allowing me to come in tonight." He says, "I know you really weren't looking to hear from me." He also shows me that well, first of all, this would be your uncle. So your uncle is in spirit then? Okay. And there's a dog next to him. There's a family dog next to him. It looks like it would be a German Shepherd. Did anybody lose a German Shepherd in the family that you know of? Was that your dog, darling? Was that your dog? Okay. All right. Okay. So he's the first soul that does show up. But I want, as a courtesy to you, ask, was there somebody that you're wanting other than that? We can look around and see if there's anybody else there, maybe your mom or mother figure or somebody else. But your mom. Okay. All right, good. Because as I was saying that, all of a sudden, that's why I said your mom. I felt your mom, and we'll go to that. So first soul that popped in is your mother's brother. And he wanted to open the portal, and he's laughing a little bit. By the way, he's a very good communicator from the spirit realm. But mom, you want to come through, please? Okay. So I see a woman who is slender, has dark hair at least some point in her life. Would you understand, mom, to be on the slender side with dark hair, please? All right. She's in the picture she's showing me of herself. The hair is kind of parted in the middle, pulled back off her face a bit, rather severe, but nice. I mean, she's got beautiful features, kind of an oval face, high cheekbones, a slender nose, flaring nostrils, and full lips. She's quite a beautiful woman. She also looks like she has an angelic kind of presence to her. So I'm going to break that down for you, Kimberly. Would you understand that mom had very even features, beautiful face, and ovalness to it, please? Yes, very beautiful. And then the angelness about it would suggest, right now I'm interpreting what they're showing me, the visuals, okay, would suggest that she probably had an angelic way about her, or at least she saw herself that way, or possibly it could be she was religious. I'm going to ask her to tell me what she means by that before I come to you. One second, please. So, mom, I was angelic when I was on earth. I did not get upset about things, and I am a very loving person. And she says to you, Kimberly, you know what I mean. I love you dearly. Would that make sense to you, please, Kimberly? She's a very loving person, loves you tremendously. She's going to give me a little more physical stuff, details, and then we'll go to your personal message, Kimberly. Mom, I suffered a lot when I was dying. There seems to be a heart problem with mom. Would you know that, please, Kimberly? Yes or no, or maybe? Very severe illness, lasted for a few years before she did transition. She shows me that there was swelling in her body like edema. Would you understand that, please? Okay. It was very difficult for her to breathe as well. Very difficult to breathe, very difficult to get around. She does miss her life on Earth a lot because she misses being around you in particular. And she mentions that you are one of her favorite children, suggesting there's more than one child that she has. And she actually gives me a number, 4 children. Would you understand that, please? Only 2 children, okay. But she says you're her favorite for some reason. She's saying you're her favorite. She says she was around you most of your life. She says she never let you out of her sight. She says you're very much like her in many, many ways, particularly in your spirituality, Kimberly, is hers. We're both very good people. We love people very much, and we both, you, Kimberly, and she, are caretaker types, meaning we put the needs of others before ourselves. She shows me that you would have a child, a grandchild to her, at least one. And it looks like it's a male, a son. Would you have a son, please? She loves him very much. She says, give him a gift from me tonight. Give him a kiss. Give him a kiss on his forehead for me. Tell him that I love him so much and that Emmy says hello or Grandma says hello. She says, you're a little slow right now in your work. She says, things will get better for you over time. Don't be frightened. She says, work is coming to you soon. Would you understand that, please, Kimberly? Don't worry, sweetheart. Everything is going to get better. Mommy's there to give you hope. Okay, my dear? Thank you. Oh, happy birthday, darling. God bless. Thank you. Love. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, so I'm going to go to Nathaniel, and we're going to see if we can fit something in before the end. Hey, Nathaniel, sweetheart. Hey, hey. Now, don't forget, Nathaniel, you create your reality. Nah. Okay, let's see who we can bring in. Nathaniel had requested earlier, and he's waited very patiently, everyone, for another side connection. And so let's see who does show in for Nathaniel. We have brought in his piano teacher, I believe, and his mother a few times, and a few other people. Nathaniel, hold on. Who wants to show up today to give Nathaniel some message? Nathaniel. Mother, mostly mother wants to show up. There's a couple of people. Mom is here mostly tonight to give you a hello, say hello to you. For some reason or other, I see around her smoking, like she would have smoked on Earth. Would you know that, please, Nathaniel? And okay, now it's coming back to me ever since she showed me that she would have had the lung problem. And I believe we already discussed that before, right, Nathaniel? Yeah. She's a very loving and kind person, as you are. She says, you love me very much, and I love you very much. She says, thank you for allowing me to come in tonight to give you a wonderful message for yourself, your heart, for your soul. She does give me other evidence. One of it is the dark hair, that she would have had long dark hair when she was younger. Maybe not when she was older, but I do see long dark hair. Would you understand that, please, Nathaniel? Okay, well, it just looks dark to me. Maybe it was an auburn. Okay, so I see it as dark, but it could be a darker red. Okay, and it's got a wave to it. She's got a glorious head of hair when she's younger. She's a spiritual. She's a spiritual person. She has a straight nose. She has high cheekbones. She did gain a little bit of weight as she got older, a little bit of chubbiness under the chin, but not a lot. And as we already discussed, the lung problem and all that. Did you want to say something, please? Did you want to say something, Nathaniel, honey? All right, let me go to your personal message. Okay, Mom is saying you, Nathaniel, are extremely loving and kind person. You would help, you wouldn't hurt a flea. You know, you'd help a snail if it were on your path. You would do whatever you could to help others. She's a little upset because there's no one around to help you. You help everyone, no one helps you. She says you have to get out of that place you're living in right now. It's very toxic for your health, and no one listens to you there about what you need or what you want. You have to find a place that's a little kinder to you and your spiritual type of self. You're in a dog eat dog kind of environment right now. You need to be around kinder people, more elevated people, people like you, spiritual people. She says you will be getting going on that home repair project that you want to do soon. This will lead you to a new place to live and will be the best thing for you to do with your talents and skills to earn money. Make sense to you, please? Okay. So go ahead and do that. I think it would have to do with you maybe doing repairs for others, like a handyman or something like that. Make sense? Okay, good. So if you haven't been doing that, use that ability you have to find work. Maybe it could be freelance work, and then that will lead you to another place to live that would be a lot better for you than where you live now. Okay? You're welcome, love. You have a beautiful, blessed evening, honey. Thank you for calling in, love. Thank you, honey. Bye bye.